there is something that hyper annoying left-leaning activists on Twitter love doing, and that is to say that everything is political and video games are political. And when they say that, they mean the broadest sense of the word imaginable. So they will say something like, Tetris is political because it was made in the Soviet Union, and as such, it promotes that era. But once you agree with that, once you admit that, okay, I guess like everything is political, what they want to do is to push the most narrow definition of the word political. So now like they want Tetris to be remade so that all the bricks are like rainbow color, right? Like to promote the, I guess, like LGBT ideology. A more concrete example has to do with the Trench Crusader. Trench Crusader is a grim, dark universe in which the gates of Gehenna have been opened. The original Crusaders committed the unspeakable heresy, and now humanity is fighting with the forces of Satan. So you have the church that is trying to hold back against the heretics, and you have the Muslims. They have the Sultanate with the wall with two horns that pierce the sky, and that is like the universe. Now the universe, of course, is political, right? Because you have like the political ramifications between the Muslims and the Christians and the heretics. But like you got leftists saying, well, we need LGBT representation. Why can't we have socialism? And it's like, okay, so in a universe where demons exist, in a universe where you know that God and his angels are real, like it's not like our universe. You want atheism? Like you are aware that demonic forces are there, and if you die, your soul can go to them, and you can spend eternity in torture. Like it's not like in our world where it's a matter of belief. Like in that universe, you know for sure it's true because you see heretics. Like you're aware they exist. And the only way is to like find a way to worship God, either like through the Muslim faith or through Christianity. And you're like, you know what? Like, why do we have to do that? Why can't we be atheists? Why can't we have communists, right? This is why people hate when they inject politics into everything, because most of the time, the politics they try to inject do not even make sense within that universe. So people have noticed, people are calling it out, people are forming a bulwark with the two horns that pierce the sky against the woke ideologues that flap their gums about, oh, well, this needs to be political. And they're desperate for a win. Like, they're desperate to show, like, no, you're wrong, everything is political. So they latched on to Asmongold, which in the previous stream said something in the lines of, Metal Gear Solid, I hope they don't make it political. Immediately, like, oh my god, like, the leftists got on that, it got 3.3 million views, completely ignored that he made a joke. And not only that, but like people came in that actually did watch the stream and they were saying, hey, he was joking. Like it's obvious from the stream that he is joking. And they're basically saying, no, that was no joke. Like flat out lying. Flat out lying. Like they don't want it to be a joke. That's the reason for it. Now, obviously, Metal Gear Solid is a highly political game. And the cool thing about it is that Kojima predicted a lot of the things that are happening today. Like, it's political not in the sense that it tells you, hey, vote Democrat, or hey, vote Republican. No, it's political in the sense that it managed to predict a lot of stuff that we see today, especially in the realms of AI. Now, they want to make a remake of the game, and of course, they had to androgynize one of the female characters. I mean, it's probably the first thing they had to work on. But other than that, you know, like, when people say, well, we hope it's not political, like, we're hoping that they're not going to change the story in order to say, well, actually, you know what, the Democrats are the good guys, and Jeff Bezos and the World Economic Forum and all those billionaires that are driving their yachts around, they're actually amazing. The problem is the Republicans, you know, like, the problem is the farmer, the problem is the random bloke that forms his own opinions rather than watching CNN. Like, those are the real issues. And we actually see that in The Boys. Like, for no reason whatsoever, one of the actors from The Boys comes out and just splits the fandom in half, says that, oh, well, actually, the TV show was always about making fun of Trump supporters. I mean, duh, you know, like, Homelander is your typical Trump supporter with superpowers and shit. Right? Again, like, the politics just don't fit in the universe. Like, it makes absolutely no sense, and it breaks immersion. It ages incredibly poorly. Like, all these current references are going to be completely invalidated in 5 years. I mean, imagine, making jokes about the Roffelcopter now. Like, people just aren't going to relate to that. But it's even worse if you're not in America. Like, if you're outside the US and you try to consume one of these leftist political talking points, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, for us Europeans, we just don't even get what it's about, right? Meanwhile, Kojima's game, it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, if you're a right-winger, it doesn't matter if you're a Romanian or an American, you are going to get the references. You are going to understand the talking points. They're not going to be offensive. They're not going to split the fandom. You will agree with them because it's difficult not to. But that is like how you make a proper political game. Like, you use non-divisive talking points in order to discuss an issue. Like, even the latest game that he made, which is the walking simulator, like, the whole talking point is that people isolate themselves due to social media. Like, that's not a Democrat talking point. It's not a Republican talking point. But it is political. And it is interesting. But unfortunately, leftists love playing the language game and call that level of politics to be literally the same when Homelander supports the MAGA movement, right? So, yeah, this is why people are so hypersensitive of it. It's because once you have activists injecting their version of American politics in the game, the current year, as they like to say, completely breaks immersion. And not only that, like, if it's a remake, people want the message to be the same as in the previous games. Like, what gamers want when they hear a remake idea is they want an update in graphics, they want an update in life improvement, right? Like, quality of life improvement, you get, like, a better map or something like that. Maybe a couple of new gameplay mechanics. Sure, like, some new dialogue and that's it. What we actually get is like a team of HR hags that are like, oh, well, this is offensive, pull it out. This is offensive, take it off. This joke we don't like, pull it away. Inject some current day politics now. Put some pronouns, body type A, body type B, right? Oh, uglify that female character. The male characters, leave them alone. But that female character, just pop the androgyny bucket into her. And that's pretty much what we get, and a lot of gamers are getting upset about this because it's insulting to the original work. Like, you're basically saying that the creator was a misogynistic racist pig when he created the original work, and it was unacceptable, and you can make it better, right? It's like taking the Mona Lisa and redrawing it to a modern audience. Like, that would be offensive towards the original author. Like, the hubris of it all, because you think you can do it better. But anyway, right, I found it absolutely hilarious. Hopefully Asmongold is going to call this out, because I'm 100% sure that he was joking. And it's getting too viral for him not to notice. It's got like 3.3 billion views right now, and it's still going viral. It's 11th of June when I'm making the video, so like, you guys are going to see it tomorrow. He will probably respond by the time I upload this. There's no way he won't. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.